Dann können wir anfangen.
Dann würde ich sagen, gehen wir live in 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, it's Benang. Today I'm joined by tournament-winning S-ranked player DemmiRemmi. Say hi.
Hey guys, how's it going?
By the way, how weird do you think it is that we are talking in English now while we were speaking German 1 minute ago?
I think it's quite natural now for us to speak German or to speak English now.
Speak English. All right, all right. Well, today we want to have a look at the new released cards, the spoilers for the new expansion, Rise of the Bloodborn. And since I don't play that much ranked and ladder, I brought DemmiRemmi with me to talk about the impact of those new cards, not only in Gauntlet, but also in ranked play. And we want to do it chronologically, so the way those cards were released, we're gonna go over them. Let's begin with this one, with the first released card, Xcelsius, which is an 8 mana 6/6, provokes celerity and gains tons of stats each time you healed anything. So when I see anything, it means when you martyrdom your enemy's minion, this gets buffed too, right?
Yep.
And does it even matter if this activates after you've played this game? So when you play this, you haven't healed anything, and then you heal something next turn. Does it get buffed? Does it even matter?
It's a good question. Doesn't matter, no. Yeah. Because I'm not sure. Like from the card text, do you think that it does that as well?
Yeah, I mean it's not an opening gambit, right? So
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
should probably activate afterwards, but yeah, I'm saying it probably doesn't matter, because when this thing is on the board and your opponent can't deal with it immediately, the game is over. It doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if it's a 6/6, 7/7, 8/8, whatever. It's basically over when your opponent doesn't have an answer. How do you like this card?
Yeah, I agree with you there. It doesn't really matter how much you've healed that game. Like I said, I guess 6/6 is a bit weak, but like, let's say he's 9/9, 10/10, 11/11, doesn't really matter, right? So, I mean, it's a cool card to have. It's like, I think it's the second 8 mana minion we have in the game.
After Chimera, right?
After Chimera, right? And I think that's going to be the problem, right? You can't really play 8 mana minions.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's a cool card for sure, but I don't see it being played competitively at all.
I feel like, yeah, I agree with you. I like this card in itself, but I just think this is bad design, because this doesn't change how Lionar plays. Lionar nowadays is just play something. If it sticks on the board, you win the game. If it gets removed, you try again. And this is just like the ultimate version of Lionar.
Yeah.
If it sticks, you win. If not, then whatever.
Yeah, and I guess we can talk about the possible answers that you can play, right?
I think that's I think every faction in ladder at least should have answers to this.
Exactly, yeah.
Gauntlet, it might be possible to play this and it sticks, but well, it would be a game sealer. So you are winning, and then your opponent doesn't have answers already, so you play this, and then the game is over. But yeah, I don't know. I might try this out in Gauntlet, but
yeah, I mean, if you actually get that card in Gauntlet, it's probably a good pick. But I guess depending on what other options you have, but
my hopes aren't too high. Will we see this card in ladder?
Some people that like to play Heal Ziran. I mean, I guess some people try it out, but I don't think it will.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see it a whole lot.
Well, let's move on then to the next card that got released, which is the 5 mana 5/4 Songhai only card, Geomancer.
Geomancer, yeah.
And it changes your Bloodborn spell into Phoenix Fire. So the devs have clarified, your Bloodborn spell is actually Phoenix Fire. It costs 2 and deals 3 damage to a target, I think enemy target.
Yep.
So, how do you like this card?
Um, well, it sounds super cool, right? Just to get Phoenix Fires as your Bloodborne spell.
Yeah.
And I like it because whereas Reva's Bloodborne spell is super good, right, to generate value, Kalios' Bloodborne spell is like
Oh.
not that great, right?
You as a Kalios main, this is
exactly.
important for you, right?
So I like that we have the option now to change our Bloodborne spell into something else.
Okay.
At which point, like at that point, it doesn't matter anymore what general you picked if you choose to go for the Phoenix Fire. But yeah, I mean, I could even see it maybe being played in a more like control list where because if you get towards the like the late game, you can play a 3 damage Phoenix Fire every turn, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which can be quite brutal. And like stats wise, it's okay. It's a 5/4, so you can just play it out of range, right? And then if the enemy doesn't deal with it immediately, you can just teleport it in, this Dragon Seal it in, or juxtaposition, and you also do a lot of damage. So yeah, I will definitely try this card out in Kalios, and I think it might be quite good.
Yeah, I hope the game slows down enough that you can actually play this, because if this gets played, you basically have your late game sealed. Your late game is secure, right? It's like a Fey in late game, only even better.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's move on.
Great. Yep.
Nice attack animation. And,
yeah, I love that one.
Oh, this is the card I dread the most to see the release. The Abyssian 2 mana spell, Punish. Destroy a damaged minion. It's like the same as in Hearthstone's Execute, and we see Execute in lots of games, right? Will we see Punish in lots of Abyssian decks too?
Yes, I'm pretty sure we will. I mean, it's obviously quite. It was made towards Cassava, I suppose, because it's just like for 3 mana, so 2 mana plus Bloodborne spell, you can kill any minion in the game. Most minions in the game. So it's just, in that sense, it's super good, because Cassava didn't really have a good removal, except for Dark Transformation, right? Which is 5 mana. So, and some people play Dark Transformation, but usually you don't see it in like fast Cassava lists.
Okay.
But like, this spell can definitely work in the fast Cassava list, right?
Yeah. So I think for Cassava this is definitely great. How good do you think is it for Lilith? Because Lilith spawns all their small Wraithlings, they can just run in too.
Yeah, it's not bad, because I mean, you have the small Wraithlings, you also have Blood Tears, Blood Tear Alchemist, I suppose. But then, yeah, I'm not sure if this is really more reliable than the other removal that Lilith has. What's it called? Help me here.
The Ritual Sacrifice.
Ritual Banishing, Ritual Sacrifice?
Something like kill your own minion, kill an enemy minion, right? That's that thing.
Yeah, so and that's 3 mana. Which is probably more, just more reliant to use.
Yeah.
Because you always have a great thing, but honestly, I think they're quite similar in strength for Lilith, I think. I mean, so I could see either one or both being played, really.
I mean, worst case, you use your general's face to deal the damage and then kill it. I think this card is gonna blow people's minds in Gauntlet. I mean, we see how strong a Chromatic Cold can be in Gauntlet with only dealing 2 damage, and this thing is just like straight out kills it, no matter disregarding how much health it has. And for only 3 mana you can follow it up with a 3-drop, with a 4-drop, and then you're very, very strong. I mean, this card plus a 3-drop is so much stronger than Dark Transformation, right? Because
that's right.
It kills, and a 3-drop is obviously stronger than a 1/1 Wraithling. So I think, this will increase Abyssian strength by quite a lot.
Yeah, and like I said, especially because Cassava didn't really had a hard removal, like they had like Demonic Lore as well as a 2 mana, right? But then you only like deal with it for like a few turns, right? And then they can still do stuff like Songai can teleport, or like a lot of lineup people even play Magnetize now against that. So
Oh, okay.
Punch is definitely a very, very strong upgrade for Cassava and Abyssian in general.
Oh man, I'm afraid of this card. I'm afraid to see what's gonna happen.
Yep.
Next is Vitruvian. They got Zeph here, which is a 3 mana, 3/3, and we have a new keyword here, Blood Surge. Your general gains Frenzy this turn. Blood Surge means the effect that is written here activates after you use your Bloodborn spell.
Yeah.
There is one thing I'm not quite sure if it only activates when you actually click the Bloodborn spell button, or if you use a Bloodborn spell, because you can get the spell back with Alcuin Lawmaster, right?
That's right, yeah.
And if it activates after you play it from your action bar, or only if you play it from the UI element there. Might be important someday, but for now I don't think we have to go deeper into that. What do you think about this card?
Well, let's see. So I mean, it's obviously a bit more geared towards Sage, I would think, right? Because with this minion, so that's 3 mana plus 1 mana Bloodborne spell, you have at least a 4 damage AoE with Sage, right? Which can be pretty good. So people have been saying that Sage is the new Mercantor Dank Beast now.
Alright, 3 mana Mercantor, right.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it is. It's 4 mana Mercantor, so it's actually pretty good. So, yeah, I'm still not quite sure about this card. Because, I mean, you probably only get 1 activation of it, right? Because it has to be on the board, so the effect triggers, right? So yeah, you can maybe pull it out like that for on 4 mana, or 4 mana, with that plus Bloodborne spell. But obviously, it's much easier to position against like a general AoE Blood Surge than it is like to position against Mercantor, right? Because Mercantor has rush, so you can play it and then it can move 2 spaces. So
this
it has
comes out quicker. This comes out faster.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But what I'm saying is that Mercantor has a very long reach, very long range to position, right?
Yeah, because
in a similar fashion where like the frenzy artifact for Vath, right? It's also something which isn't really played because it's not that easy to actually get good frenzies off, right, with your general.
Yeah, makes sense. That's right. That's right. We don't see the frenzy weapon even in Vath, so maybe frenzy isn't too good. The thing is,
I'm a bit curious. Oh, sorry, I'm a bit curious how it interacts with Blast. If you have Blast and Frenzy.
You attack everything around you, and you attack the thing you targeted with Blast.
Blast in the line. Yeah.
But you don't blast in every direction. You just blast in one direction, and you
that'd
will
be
get.
Pretty awesome, though.
That would be great. I mean,
I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that would be great. I think this card is better in Gauntlet because, well, you will see this card more often in Gauntlet because 3 mana, 3/3 body is quite alright. And whenever you want to, you don't have to play it on curve. Whenever you want to use your Bloodborne spell anyway, you can just play your Bloodborne spell and get 2 damage to the enemy general's face, which isn't too bad, I guess. It's It's alright, it's alright.
And it's still a minion, you know, it's like, and there's obviously the combo you can do like on 6 mana, you can play Zeph plus Xcelsius, and then even Zerix also has the Mercantor effect right there. Which is the same mana, just 2 cards, right? So.
Right. So it's there are possibilities here. It's just
sure.
I don't think this changes the games too much for Vitruvian. They are still very, very weak against ranged minions. This, unfortunately, does nothing to fix that. And yeah, I don't think, unlike Abyssian, this will push Abyssian very high, but this won't change too much for Vitruvian in Gauntlet, at least. because they are still weak against ranged. Oh well. Move on, or do you have anything more to say? Okay.
Oh no, that's it, I think.
We have the Magma card, Tectonic Spikes, which is another spell.
Right.
And this is something I definitely want to try out. Both players draw 3 cards and deal 3 damage to both generals. What's your opinion?
Sounds super interesting for sure. It's just something we haven't really seen before. You know, it's like 3 cards for both players, like for 3 mana. That in itself is a bit crazy in a sense. But yeah, it's obviously, again, I think kind of tech towards Starhorn and towards Decimator, right? Is that what it's called?
Decimus.
Decimus,
Yeah.
not Decimator. Decimus, right. So you have Decimus, and then you have the other 2 Magma minions, which grow every time someone draws a card, right?
Visionaire and the...
Visionaire,
what was it? Vindicator.
Vindicator, that's right.
Yeah, so there are definitely some amazing combos possible. But I think this can just be used in any aggressive decks that have very low cost, several minions low cost, like Phalanxa, something like that. And you just play your hand, redraw. If you get a few mills to your enemy, whatever,
that's fine.
It's great, but I don't think you have to mill to get the value out of this card. It's just it's just like.
And I guess you also have to then realize is that the Decimus effect or the Vindicator and Visionaire effects. I suppose they only trigger if your opponent actually draws a card, right? And not if you mills one.
Oof.
You know what
I actually don't know about
exactly
that.
Sure.
I have no idea. But I think they draw a card because they draw a card, but they can't keep the cards, so they have drawn the card.
I guess that makes sense. Because otherwise it wouldn't be as strong, obviously, because in a lot of cases the Tectonic Spikes is gonna mill cards from your opponent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty strong in very aggressive Magma decks because. It's like you don't have to play anything else. You don't have to play Alkion anymore. You don't have to play Spelljammers or something.
Right.
So I think you can just swap to that card.
I mean, worst case, this is a finisher. This is like a cat, right? This is 3 mana, 3 damage.
Exactly.
This is
like a tiger, basically.
Yeah, like a tiger. So it's cool. It's cool. We're definitely see this card being played.
I agree.
Yeah. It's like a small version of the Abyssian draws, right? Of the Underworld, right? And that card is so much more expensive and draws maybe 1 or 2 more. Doesn't even deal damage.
Exactly.
So this great. This great card. Ooh, look at this. It looks like a maw. Nice.
It does, yeah. Like the animation there.
Okay, we have the. Let's move on to the Vanna card. We have our 3rd Grandmaster in the game after Grandmaster Zia and Zendo. We have Grandmaster Embla. Also, this is the 3rd 8 mana minion. 8 mana, 5/5. Opening gambit: surround the enemy general with random walls.
Yeah, that's the not so grand master Embla. I think, I mean, I've been a bit disappointed. I think a lot of people have been disappointed by that Grandmaster. Especially because the other 2 Grandmasters, they have like a very special effect that kind of like change the rules of the game, right?
They're different.
So you have just Zio just becomes your general. And Zendo makes the enemy general become a battle pad. So they're very special, very unique in that sense. And this is like, I really can't see this being played.
It's kind of cute, but it doesn't feel very strong. I mean,
the animation is awesome for sure. I like that a lot. But then the effect is like, okay.
I'm just
doesn't
thinking.
Do a whole lot, right?
Even if you get max value, which is 8 walls, your opponent doesn't feel as threatened. For example, like the other 8 mana minion here, this can win the game on its own. This doesn't. And
well, maybe I don't think we know this yet, but maybe there are some new walls in the expansion,
yeah,
right?
that
Which
might
we don't
be,
know
that
about
might
yet.
be the case.
Which could be pretty cool, like a 10-10 wall. I don't know.
Sure, why not? Or maybe frenzy rush walls. Or
Exactly.
Who knows? Who knows? Maybe.
But like, it's like, okay, so you'll have like a couple gravity wells, some blazing spines, and some of the 0-2 that stuns minions, right?
Bone shield barriers.
Bone shield, right?
Yeah.
So the general at least can like hit one to like create an open space, right, to play a minion, right? If it was like, okay, opening damage, surround the enemy general with blazing spines, that would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool, yeah. That's true.
Yeah, because then you're like, okay, maybe you can't even play a minion next turn.
Alright, there will probably always be a gravity well, and then that can be killed, and you play minions again, yeah. So, and walls are innately weak against the spells, right? So if he has a light bender, bam, gone.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I just feel like the meta would need to slow down much more than it has so far, so that this actually becomes playable.
I mean, that's a problem we have in general with duelists. The meta is just too fast, so these big minions don't see plays anymore. Unfortunately.
But then I mean, it has slowed down a bit, right?
It did.
So now we're starting to see like Grandmaster Zir being played a lot, right? The list that, not sure who it was. I think it was Kolos or someone who brought it out first. And I think it's definitely slower than it was a couple months ago. But I think it's, well, obviously the expansion can change up a lot of things. But I just can't imagine, especially if you see stuff like tectonic spikes, that the meta is gonna slow down, right?
Yeah, this is not gonna slow down the meta.
Exactly.
Oh, are we at the? Oh, this is the neutral card already. Okay, Sanguine, 4 mana, 5/4. Your Bloodborn spell costs 1 less to activate. Huh.
Yep. Well, that's, first of all, the animation is pretty cool. Yeah.
Like a ninja dude.
Yeah, he does a lot. I'm not sure why he does that roll backwards. I don't know. That's part of his attack, or if he just likes to make cool moves after he attacks his opponent.
He just wants to be very flashy.
I think he just wants to show off a bit his skills.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably trained his ninja skills for years, right? So you might as well show them off a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the card itself, yeah, I first thought it wasn't that great, but now keeping in mind that maybe even every faction is gonna have like 1 minion that gives you a new Bloodborne spell. So that those Bloodborne spells are probably all gonna be 2 mana cost. And so with that guy, they're only 1 mana cost. So you can do like a 1 mana Phoenix Fire each turn, which would be pretty cool.
But for that, this has to be alive, right? This has to be
exactly
on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it's 5/4, which isn't great. 4/5 would have been much better.
Yeah, definitely.
And the thing is, I guess in a lot of situations, you're kind of using your Bloodborne spell, which costs 1 anywhere, to just curve out, right? To get like, just use all your mana on that turn.
That's true.
So I don't think there are a lot of situations where having a free Bloodborne spell will actually allow you to make a really strong play. So yeah, I mean, maybe it'll see some play, but I don't think it's that great.
I think this is definitely better than playing a 3-drop and then your Bloodborne spell, because, you know, this is a 4-drop. But it's not much better. It's,
yeah, exactly. And then can you, like most decks that I play, they're so limited in spaces that I just wouldn't have the space to put in a minion like that in the list.
Yeah, so this is probably not constructed level good.
No, but Gauntlet could be fun, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking Gauntlet, it could be amazing, because there are several factions that lack good 4-drops, and when you get this, I mean, it's definitely better than Thorn Needler, for example, right? That
That's
one
right,
attack doesn't matter too much, and getting a Bloodborne spell for free, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yep.
And sometimes you are forced to pick Thorn Needler because you just need those 4 drops. And
Yep.
if you had this instead, you are happier for it.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, these are the first week of Rise of the Bloodborne. We're gonna show for a second the new card, but I think we're gonna talk about this when all the other faction and neutral cards are released.
Oh, it's so cool though.
You wanna talk about it? Alright, let's do this.
If you want to,
Let's
if you have
do
time.
this as a bonus.
It's
then.
the last card on here, right? And it kind of fits now that we've just talked about the Sanguine, right?
Okay,
can now
looking at the time, I see we still have the time, so let's just.
All right.
Let's talk about Sunbreaker. Sunbreaker is a Lioner only card, 4 mana, 2/4. Oh, with Force Field, I didn't see that.
Yep.
Your Bloodborne spell is Tempest, so it's probably the same as the Geomancer, 2 mana, 2 damage on everything. Huh.
Yep. Yeah, also super interesting. I think it can be quite strong.
Let me see, 2 mana, 2/4 Force Field.
Yeah,
that's about 3.5 mana worth of stats.
Well, first thing, I prefer the stats of that minion way more than of the Geomancer.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Geomancer was 5/4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think a 2/4 Force Field is much better. Just because it's not really a 2/4, right? It's a 4/4 with Argian.
Yeah.
And at that point, a 4/4 is like a Sunsteel Defender, right? Sunsteel is 4/3.
Yeah. It's kind
so-
of like Night Watcher, maybe. Night Watcher has the same stats.
Night Watcher has the same stats, right? And Night Watcher's effect is also can be super strong. So I still feel this might be more of a tech card, just like Night Watcher as well. So I don't think you play Night Watcher in every list, right? But if you want to make like a like the more like a control Lioner, which plays around Grandmaster Zero as well. Or generally, if you want to counter against like heavy rush Magma, or even like Cassiva with Revenants. And in the same sense, like this could be like a tech card maybe, if you face a lot of Swarm again, a lot of Lilith or even Vitruvian.
I think the advantage of this card is if you put this in the deck, you not only get a passable minion, which a good enough minion, you don't have to put Tempest in your deck anymore.
Yeah.
And you free up your space, except what's the word? Instead of putting Tempest, you have this dude. But
Yeah,
I just realized,
Yeah.
First of all, this is not an opening gambit, so you only have Tempest while this is online, unlike
Alright,
the
so
Geomancer.
that is the difference between the two.
And when you have Tempest, you can't buff this anymore. It will or you can't use your Raw to buff it anymore. You can't, as Argion, put Raw on it.
Good point.
So it is actually a 2/4, not a
it is 2/4, so there's no way you can make it. Well, you can
would
like
need Zeal, or not Zeal, Afterblaze and card buffs. to
well,
buff it.
it can be so it's a 2/4. You get Tempest and you play Tempest, then your opponent dispels it and then you can buff it again.
But then it loses Force Field.
Or then you lose the Force Field.
So yeah. Oh well, I think I still like it enough. I still think Lionheart does have great 4-drops already with the Angel there, with the I don't know the name. I just call her Angel.
Just call her Angel, okay.
And
I think she's called Arclight something. Arclight Sentinel? No, that's someone.
no,
that's something else.
3-drop. I don't know.
I've never played that card.
But I mean, I've picked Night Watcher before, and it's a good card. So why shouldn't this also be a good card, right? I mean, not being able to use Raw is kinda.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a big issue. Like you just said.
You can't easily sacrifice this, right? You can't just run this into your opponent's big dude and then you can use your buff again. You have to. I don't know.
And also, if we want to compare it to the Geomancer, right? Phoenix Fire is a spell that you can always use, right? You can always do 3 damage to the enemy general.
Yeah.
But Tempest is much more situational because you can't really develop a board yourself if you always Tempest, right?
Yeah.
So
makes sense. Huh? Not. So time will tell if this is good enough. If we face enough swarms to value this card. I mean, if we have lots of tectonic spikes and lots of aggressive decks, it might be a good card.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay.
All right.
That's interesting. I think we share several opinions. Some cards are pretty great. Some cards, this Embla here, is pretty bad. But I mean, who knows? Maybe there will be new walls, and that these walls can increase the value of this card by a lot. And
I'm just hoping that we're completely wrong with some cards. Like some cards we're saying right now, this is just crap, right? It'll just end up being super strong. Because obviously we've only seen a few cards.
Yeah.
And even though the set is going to be quite a bit smaller than Xcelsius was, we'll still probably have a lot more cards to come. So, yeah.
Oh man. I'm excited.
See what happens. I'm excited as well. It's always nice if the meta is being shaken up a bit again.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for joining me. Thanks for having me. To the viewers for watching. Do you have like a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel that I can promote here?
Yeah, my Twitch is just Twitch/DemmiRemmi, just like in game.
Okay. I will link it below definitely in the video description.
Yep, and I don't have a YouTube, but I stream maybe a couple times a week whenever I feel like it. So.
I see.
Yep.
All right then. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Goodbye. See you next time.